Okay guys, this is my single shot synopsis for The Magician's Apprentice. It has to be 1 minute or less. Starting right now. Okay, so it starts off in a weird planet where there's a war going on, and there's a black guy with bows and arrows sees a little kid, and the little kid is like, oh, and then some hand mines grab the black guy, and then the doctor is like, hey little boy, I'm going to save you, but then the little boy's like, my name's Davros, and then the doctor's like, what the heck? Okay, so then the planes in Clara's school have stopped. Oh my goodness, it's 22 seconds. Okay, the planes at Clara's school have stopped, and she knows it's the doctor or it's Missy, but it turns out to be Missy, and then she calls Clara to find the doctor because the doctor sent her his will, and then the doctor is in medieval times playing, and then the guy turns out to be a Dalek, and then Davros calls him to speak on his deathbed. Oh my goodness. And so the Davros snake friend tells him, God says, I can't do this. The snake friend is trying to corner the doctor, and the doctor, they kill Clara and Missy, and then they both disappear in his TARDIS. This is my single shot synopsis of The Magician's Apprentice. Let's go. So it starts off with this war, and this black soldier is like, hey kid, what are you doing? Because there's a kid in the war, and the kid is running, and he's like, oh my goodness, I'm scared. And then the kid, he's like, have you ever seen a hand mine? And I thought he was saying head, never mind. And anyway, so then the guy, the black soldier looks down, and there's like a hand with eyes, and there was a bunch of hands with eyes. And so then, oh wow, my time. And so then the black cop gets taken down, and then doctor comes, and he's like, hey kid, I'm gonna help you out. And then the kid is like, who? He's like, my name is Davros. And he's like, what? And then he's like, I gotta go. And then he leaves. And then it starts, and Clara's like teaching class, and she's like, what's going on outside? And then she sees an airplane. She's super observant. And then Missy's involved. And Missy is like, oh, I'm going to stop all the planes. You need to help me find the doctor because he's gone, and he gave me his obituary. The end. So you just saw our single shot synopsis. I want you to tell us who did it better. Did Melly do the single shot synopsis better, or did Sandy?
Definitely did it better. You got a lot more detail with me. The Magician's Apprentice. This is Peter Capaldi's second season as the Doctor, and it starts off with a war. So what do you think about that war scene?
Something that I thought kind of stood out to me was that there were propeller airplanes which seemed old-timey, but they were shooting lasers like Daleks. And the guys were shooting bows and arrows at those planes. So I was like, maybe this is where, in hindsight, where Davros got his ruthlessness from. Because it was like lasers zapping guys with bows and arrows. And it's like, guns versus bows and arrows, where one clearly has the advantage. So maybe that's why the Daleks are so cutthroat. Because he's like, hey, the war wasn't that, equal.
I thought it was like a weird war. Don't bring lasers in the thing. I mean,
if you want to win a war, though, you just bring what you had. They had lasers. They're like, heck no, they only have bows and arrows. This is about to be over quick. But apparently it wasn't. But anyway, when the black guy saw the little boy, and he's like, the ground did a big vroom, vroom, like on Tremors, and then he was like, I think we've got company. And I was like, you think? You definitely have company. Yeah. It was a big wave of...
And if the whole, war grounds are just a bunch of hands that come up, I'd just be dancing the whole time,
which would not help because there's a ton of hands around.
No, I start stepping on hands. You ever had your hand stepped on? You ever had your eye poked? Both of those hurt. That's how you win the war.
I thought those hand mines were disgusting. I thought they were like, ooh, cool, when he was like, never say hand mine. And I was like, what did he say? And he looked down, and I was like, oh, a hand mine. Could not understand what he
I understood him. Those hand mines kind of reminded me of that thing off of Pan's Labyrinth. I was just like, oh, that's where that thing comes from. I forgot what it's like. I forgot his name or whatever. But yeah, I thought it was interesting when a little boy told the doctor, jumping forward, that the doctor told the doctor, oh, I'm Davros. And the doctor was like, oh. And
flawless Capaldi.
Yeah. Oh, that's my Capaldi impression. He's shocked by everything. But let's be serious. This is the baby Hitler thing. Would you kill baby Hitler if you had the opportunity? The doctor has the opportunity to kill adolescent Davros. I personally I would.
Heartless.
No, I wouldn't, definitely. I mean, it's just like Batman. He's like, well, I'm not going to kill you, but I'm not going to also save you. I mean, it's still killing someone.
No, it isn't.
Yes, we're not going to. But, I mean, yeah, would you leave baby Davros?
I got to get my Capaldi ready.
Ooh. That's 12.
He'd have been like, what's your name? And then he's like, Davros. And I'd be like, oh. Then I would have landed the TARDIS on his head. So he would have just smashed him.
Yes.
Only because if he met Davros then, that means that he was already in Davros' timeline, and he still grew up to be Dalek King. So there's really no hope for him. And I don't care if he's cute or a redhead, which the boy was cute and a redhead. I would have landed the TARDIS on his head.
On that note, let's go back to Clara, and she's like being a teacher again, which I don't understand. She should just be with the doctor the whole time. She just keeps on like a casual vacation with the doctor.
She's like the anti-Rose.
Yeah, she's just like, I still have a job. I can't just go with you everywhere.
And Rose is like, I'll follow you anyway, Mom.
As I tell you, Karen. With Rory and Amy, they built a franchise off of her experiences there, because she had the girl who waited perfume.
After that, after you say it's Davros, we cut back to Snakeface, who's like, where's the doctor? And what I found weird about him was not just that he rode the foot segway around.
Segways,
Clearly,
those hoverboards.
Yeah, those hoverboards. He was pretty creepy and pretty scary, but nobody, and I mean nobody, was scared of him. Because like, he'd be like, he'd be like, where's the doctor? And then they'd be like, he's not here. I think they don't kind of get creeped out when he.
It was like the Star Wars cantina. Everybody there was like seedy already, so you know.
Except the Ood.
Yeah, except the Ood, and he was just there for the camaraderie, you know. But
which I found weird because he wasn't a rabid Ood, like he didn't have red eyes, but he was an Ood just like a slave Ood. I say that because Ood naturally just have a brain in their hand. So when they have the light over it, I assume that means they were in captivity, captive Ood.
You know what I think it was? The creators had so many alien outfits, and so they're like, let's throw the Ood in there because he's familiar to everybody else.
Fair enough.
The glider guy, I think his name is Ka.
The snake face?
Oh, that's who the Pan's Labyrinth guy's name is. It's Ka. Okay.
She meets up with Brigadier's daughter, who nobody cares about.
I like her.
I don't care about her. Although she's better than Osgood. But who isn't? And then the computer comes to life, and it's like, you so fine. In the second, and I mean the second, I saw you so fine, I was like, oh no. Because I remember her singing it, and you know the her is Missy. Then I was like, wait, did she die?
I didn't know. I knew that she was going to be in this season, but I didn't know she was going to be this early in the season. So when it was text up there, it was like, you so fine. I was like, what?
When did you guys pick up that it was Missy? Or was it after Missy appeared?
Yeah. In the next scene, Missy's like, I want to see Clara. I want to talk to her. You need to get like 6 snipers. Clara starts talking to Missy, and she's like, because I need you to help me find the doctor. And then she's like, I don't want to help you. You're insane. And you know what? Missy is insane because...
Revelation. Spoiler alert. Missy's insane.
If you didn't know...
Then you weren't watching Doctor Who.
You didn't know. I know this sounds crazy, but I like that they're keeping consistent with her character.
I wish she would have been like, you know, where it's like, I'm bad, but for today I'm on your side.
Yeah.
But then I'll be bad again.
Right.
She was terrible, but then she just wouldn't kill Clara, and that was pretty much as good as she got.
You know what she should have done? It should have been like on Jurassic World, where the T-Rex and the Velociraptor came together and they fought the Indominus Rex because they both had a common enemy.
Now, who would be these characters in this?
Clara is the Raptor. No, she's not. She's definitely not. Missy's the Raptor because she's smarter than the T-Rex.
You're like, we have to find the doctor. Where's the doctor? Hiding out in medieval times. McSnake shows back up, Snakeface. And he's like, you summoned Davros' bedside. And then the doctor's like, oh, no.
Let me ask you a question. How do you feel about this cool doctor? Like,
I like it. Or at least I didn't pick that they were taking his character in like a new, younger direction. He just seemed like he was being silly because he thought he was going to die.
I like that they have an older doctor. You know, Matt Smith gave that whole speech about, you know, liking him and stuff like that. So we have to like him. You remember when Clara in the last season, she was like, but he's not him. He's not him. Or
he's
whatever.
not you. And he's like, no, he's who replaced me contractually. Please
Yes.
like him. Listen, I already liked him by then.
Gotta go to Terminator.
Ryan Gosling just called. I cannot stay on the phone.
But I like him when he's just being a grumpy old man. Because that's what he is in the whole first season. Now, I mean, I like him being cool and everything, but I feel like it's pushing it a little bit because I guess some people weren't that into him in the first season, I don't think, for his season.
As much as I like the angry, she's the caretaker because she cares and I don't doctor, but I like that he's like, I also play a mean guitar. He meets Davros, and Davros is like, snake face. We're going to get the doctor this time. Which I did not hear the first time I watched it. So I was like, is Davros really trying to confess on his deathbed? I know Davros is Davros, but he was like a flawless actor. Very good actor.
Very gross looking.
Yeah.
Didn't I kept on looking into his non-existent eyes. Oh, well, they existed.
Black holes.
But I mean.
And Missy's like, I'm going to kill you to Clara. And I was like, Clara, please get away from Missy. She's so creepy.
You can't take a break from being Missy. It's kind of like the Joker, like, Heath Ledger's Joker. He can't take a break from being the Joker. He's just insane.
He could, because he was able to walk uniformly in a parade for a while.
He's probably doing like, and they're like, that cop is crazy.
Like a classic Jerry, always on mess. So Davros is like doing some type of confession. No, doctor is like good. Am I a nice person?
Because he
Tell me I'm
says
pretty.
He's dying, and the doctor's like, you're pretty.
So then he's like, doctor, you can unplug all the Daleks or something to that effect. Mm-hmm. But he's like, no, Chips, I won't kill all Daleks, although they're nothing but murderers. So Davros is like, okay, fine. So then he shoots Missy, and then he toys with Clara for a bit.
They're waiting for her to run.
Have the Daleks ever just shot, well, they probably have, but just shot somebody who wasn't doing anything? So then the doctor's like, you killed her. He goes back to that planet at the beginning, and then he's like, exterminate! And he goes, with the Dalek pistol. To be continued.
I can't wait for the next episode, because I want to know how the doctor defeats Davros.
Or if he's awkwardly digging a grave for the little boy's body, since he shot him.
Ka is from the Jungle Book. He was a snake. The funniest part I thought was on the episode was the guy on the Segway, that guy. I called him Ka through the whole episode, or as young kids will now know him, Scarlett Johansson.
I thought it was hilarious when Missy's like, he sent his last will and testament to his greatest friend or something to that effect, and then Claire goes to reach for it. And she's like, you're not his greatest friend. She goes, you see that couple right there? You're the puppy. And I was like, burn on you. My best doctor moment was pretty much all the times the doctor was with Davros, because it shows what kind of person he is. And he seemed genuinely like nurturing. And I was like, wow, he's really, really sweet to a horrible person and really horrible to like really nice people.
Okay, so my favorite doctor part was when he just left Davros. He was like, wait, you just can't leave me here. And he was just like, my favorite companion moment was Clara. She was pretty bold. They were like, you have to go and see Missy. Who wouldn't be scared? She was just like, okay, Missy, what's going on?
My favorite companion moment was, I liked when Brigadier's daughter called her and said, call the doctor. And she's like, no. She wanted to try to do as much as she could so that when the doctor came, he wouldn't be like, what do you know? And she's like, I don't know. I just called you.
So alternate companions can be anybody in the episode. So who I wanted to pick for my alternate companion would be Hoverboard Snake Guy, because he gets around, he's not afraid of anything, and he has an infinite amount apparently of snakes as henchmen.
Black bow and arrow guy at the beginning of the episode. He was very sweet to the little boy. Like if I saw a little boy running over where handmines are, I'd be like, he should have known. But he was like, no, we're gonna be just fine. And I was like, he's so reassuring. It did make me kind of uneasy when Missy was like, oh no. Because I was like, where are they? You know, when the insane person is creeped out or worried, then you know there's a problem.
I did think it was kind of gross, the hand eyes. I just thought how they just came out of like the soil, and it's just gross. Fatal fables are usually where we put ourselves in the TV show and explain where we would die. So where I would die in this episode, probably where Clara died with the Daleks and everything.
My fatal fable would have been if I was the black guy, the hand grabbed his ankle. At that point, and I know it might be hard, I would have pulled my bow and arrow out of my sheath and shot myself in the head because I would be so creeped out that something crashed. Snake face, whose name turned out to be Colony Solve. When I saw him, I was like, his face is kind of funny. Didn't quite get what it was until they started doing the thing, and I was like, cool. Like,
yeah, I thought Davros was gross, and they kept on giving him like super close shots.
We usually do, in this part, we like the solution, but this is a to be continued, so there isn't one. So we'll have to find out next week whether we liked it or not. That's our review and run through of The Magician's Apprentice.
So this is our first episode, so bear with us. Tell us what you liked about it. Tell us what we can like work on and everything.
Remember to comment, subscribe, share this video if you know anybody else who's a Doctor Who fan. We'd love to hear your feedback on what you guys thought of the episode or anything we talked about. Tell us if we missed anything. We might be able to mention it in the next video too. It's been nice. We are Sandy,
Mel
from That Vortex House.